Buongiorno. Oh, amen. It's day 9 of our trip through Tuscany. It has been a blast. 3 days in Rome. Then it was this wonderful little quaint historic town, Lucca. And then the cradle of the Renaissance, Florence. And then, my goodness, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And we've seen it all mostly on this nice, cool, air-conditioned bus. There has been some walking and some heat exhaustion, I would admit to that, but it's been beautiful. But what makes these trips so wonderful, folks, I think, are the guides, the people that are always with us the entire time and are telling us things about what we're seeing out the window. And as we look at these magnificent cathedrals and churches, things that we would not normally know. Even if you studied the history of this area, you wouldn't know some of the things they know because they live here. And our guide on this trip, would you all agree, has been off the charts? Yeah. Off the charts. Simone. And again, he paid them all, what, a couple of €100, was it? He has been amazing. He actually lives in Florence, has worked for Collette for a long time, and he is incredible. So let's start there. The guides that Collette provides often, in fact, I think most often, actually live where they're guiding.
Normally we do, Rick. And it is important and essential to have somebody who knows the territory and lives the territory on a daily basis.
Yes.
Because there are many different things to see and places to see and cultures here in this country.
Right.
And we want and we try to explain to people not only the monuments, that is something that normally the local guides do, right, the local experts, yes, but as tour managers who travel with you, I think we should be able to give you indications not only of what used to be, but also what is, yes, Italy today.
Yes.
Contemporary Italy, expose you to some modern politics, economy, it's also important.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, in a few minutes I wanted to talk with you about the taxing system in this country,
right,
what the industry is about, and it's some politics, because, you know, talking about politics in this country is something extremely interesting, extremely interesting.
Right. And you just actually became a country officially, what, about 150 years ago?
Yes, in 1861.
Yes.
In 1861, Italy became a nation, and we are a young nation from that point.
Yes, you are.
By the time that Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States,
yes,
we become a nation.
Yes.
So we have a long history, yes, dating back to 2,700 years ago.
Yes.
But as a state, politically, we are new.
Yes.
And this is a town of so many different identities, because we were divided into city-states, yes, until the 1860s.
Yeah, it's amazing. You were warring city against city, attacking, trying to conquer. Absolutely. Florence trying to conquer Lucca.
All the time.
And Pisa.
And Siena, we're going to Siena today. Siena was the enemy of the city of Florence. Siena was a very important town in the southern part of Tuscany, and the Florentines and the Sienese were fighting all the time,
yes,
to get to the territory that you will see in a few minutes on the bus. A wonderful, right, territory of hills, yeah, and grapes, olive groves everywhere.
And there is still a rivalry between the communities.
Oh yes. Soccer is an extension of those wars.
Soccer teams
that compete. You, right, score. Right. You're not winning 1-0. You have conquered the castle of the enemy. That's a metaphor of soccer. There's never 22 people, yes, kicking a ball.
Yes.
It's something, yes, more than that. Something that is a tradition that stays of the rivalry that used to be,
right,
between the different cities.
There's no blood drawn, generally.
No, it's fun. It's fun. We tease each other a lot still today.
Right,
we have, right, a good, right, sense of humor. Today, I'm sure that the guide in Siena, the local expert in Siena, will say something fun. He's gonna, and don't laugh, please. Don't laugh, okay? But it's always something that is fun, and it's just. But it's still there. It's still there. It's still present. It's in our genes, you know.
Right, right. Yes. Again, so this speaks to, I think, some of the advantages of traveling with a group, yes, and a company like Collette, yes, is that not only are you with us the entire time, in the hotel, here on the bus,
yes,
then when we get to the individual sites, yes, there's another guy.
Absolutely, yes. These are what I call the profession of tourism. mean, a tour manager is somebody that has the responsibility of a program.
Right.
Then there is a local expert who has the responsibility of giving out some information in the places where we go. Because Florence has a history of 2,000 years.
Yes.
Siena has a history of 2,000 years.
Right.
Different one.
Yes.
So that's the reason why we need people that are from there to illustrate what is peculiar about that place,
Right.
which is not what is next,
Exactly.
20 miles to the town nearby.
Right.
That's why a local expert, in my opinion, is also a great bonus, a great advantage
It is.
to have, because illustrates a specific place from the point of view and the perspective of somebody who studied extensively that place.
Right. For instance,
Yes.
Simone, you actually born and raised in Florence.
Yes.
Studied art, taught art,
Yes.
and know that city like the back of your hand. You could probably guide there, perhaps you have. And yet you have an expert. When we went to Florence, you had somebody else to guide us.
Absolutely, yes. With Collette, that's what it is. And I think it's perfect, and I think they do a great job for that. I'm the tour manager. I'm with the group. I have to be with the group all the time.
Right.
If somebody in the back needs to stop for a pit stop,
Right.
okay. If I am doing both jobs,
Right.
I wouldn't be able to take care of somebody else, having everybody wait for that to happen.
Right.
So that's the reason why we have somebody who illustrates the cultural aspects of the place,
Yes.
and the tour managers normally stay with you
Yes.
and just help out. Just be with people and stay with people. That's our policy.
Yeah, and you have been. I know one of our guests had some sinus issues, and you immediately went to the pharmacy, made sure that he got the medicine that he needed. That's part of your role.
Yes. And that was because we had a local guide, a local expert who was taking the group and was illustrating different things, and then I was taking care of
Right.
the little things that had to be done while you're out with a group of 35 fantastic Americans.
Amen. Amen. I'm going to say this. You did something the other day. We visited a war museum, which was fantastic, really nice. And then a bunker, a German bunker. That was incredible. And yet it was what you said before we went in. You, as an Italian, and your father particularly, taught you well to appreciate America's role in rescuing your country from Germany
Yes.
in World War II. Why did you do that?
What did I talk about?
Yes.
I mean, because if I was born and raised in a free country, in a free nation that didn't belong to the Eastern Bloc,
Right.
I mean, for us, Yugoslavia and Russia is very, very close to where we are.
You could have been a part of the Soviet Union.
We could have been part of the Soviet
Yes.
Union in those days during the Cold War. I mean, in my opinion, it's personal, but I think that many Italians share that with me. If we were able to be born and raised in a free nation and a free
Yes.
country, it was because you guys came over here and kicked those guys out and kicked the Germans out slowly
Yes.
but surely through the territory.
Right.
It's a very controversial moment in our history because we were allied with the Germans at the same time. But there were a lot of American soldiers who died also
Yes.
for our freedom
Yes.
over here during World War II.
And let me add, there were a lot of Italians who fought on our side quietly.
Absolutely, yes.
The partisans.
Absolutely, yes.
The resistance.
The partisans and resistance did their job
Yes.
and did a hell of a job, in
Yes,
my
they
opinion,
did.
a fantastic job in
Yes.
helping out and be there and be present. And many of them died during
Yes, they did.
during those days. It was very difficult moments, difficult to talk about these things in just
Right.
a few minutes.
But your Liberation Day, similar to our July 4th,
Yes.
is April 5th.
April 25th.
April 25th.
Yes.
And that was the day you were liberated. The troops came into Paris. Is that what that?
The troops liberated the city of Milan. That's when
Right.
we normally celebrate Liberation Day in this country. And we commemorate that every year with flags, with Italian flags. In my opinion, there should be also an American flag over there. But that's a personal opinion, obviously, something that I
nice.
feel about it. I remember the stories of my dad that took back the collection of the Uffizi Gallery to the city of Florence at the
Yes,
end of
the
August.
monument man.
The monuments.
That movie and that book,
Absolutely, yes.
based on fact, happened right here.
Right here.
The Nazis were stealing the art,
Yes.
and Hitler had plans to build this unbelievable art museum, I suppose, with all the stolen art from here mostly,
Absolutely, yes.
and yet we gave it back.
You took it back. The collection of the Uffizi Gallery in Florence was found in a train station up in Valpusteria, in a valley up in the north to go into Austria. And it was taken back on the 30th of August 44 by American troops. You can YouTube the video of the paintings that are taken down by American soldiers in the
Yes.
City Hall of Florence.
Yes.
So it's a historical monument, it's data, it's facts. It shows you taking back the paintings into the
Right.
Uffizi Gallery. This should be reckoned, in my opinion.
Amen.
And it's something that should be recognized a little bit more. Unfortunately, history goes fast and people tend to forget about
Right.
things.
Let's talk about the country as a whole. If it's not your number one economic engine, it's very high. Tourism.
I think it's very, very high. Even if our politicians fail to reckon that, it's our petrol. I mean,
Yes.
we don't have you seen any big industries around here?
No.
None. This country is made of small, medium-sized companies, and in my opinion, our petrol is our cultural heritage.
Yes.
That a lot of people are doing their best to illustrate to the many tourists that come.
Right.
City of Florence has been estimated that just in Florence last year there were 15 million people in a town of 200,000. So imagine how many people arrive over here.
Yes.
And it's, in my opinion, it's what gives a lot of people the possibility to work.
Yes.
But our politicians are a little, in my opinion, failing at recognizing that.
Yes.
There is this problem of over-tourism that they say is a big problem, and it is. But on the other hand, I would say it is thanks to many of the people who come over here
Absolutely.
that a lot of people are able to make a living.
Yes. You're being one of them, and
I am one
thousands
of
of
them.
other just like you.
I'm one of them. It should be discussed much more extensively than just labeling the problem over tourism.
All right. So one final word of advice to people that are watching and have not been to your country yet. Come and see it.
Oh yes. I've been traveling around the world, and I think that this country has something that I have never seen anywhere else, which is an incredible concentration of culture and nature and foods that is fantastic. It's a small country, as I was telling everybody, 93% of square mileage of California, 60 million people, 60 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. That means the highest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites on the planet.
Wow.
A small country, such an incredible diversity of landscapes and cultures, of foods.
Yes.
And so you go up in the mountains, in the Dolomites in the north, you have the islands on the sea, Rome, Venice, Naples, Florence, the
Yes.
Cinque Terre, the Dolomites,
Yes.
such a variety of landscapes and stories that are unique to the territory.
And see it, I would encourage you with a group. Not only is there safety in numbers, there are friendships that develop. You have the access to incredible intelligence, trivial historic knowledge, cultural knowledge from guides who actually live there. And then there is the side trips. We took one yesterday, and we actually cooked a meal. I had very little to do with that because I'm not much of a cook, but we literally cooked a pretty good meal. I think everybody would agree it tasted pretty good.
It was good.
And then we visited the winery with the woman who had been one of the very first women in a winery in this nation to win awards. She was there. It was delightful. That is not something you would even know was existed if you were just traveling, you and a partner.
Up to now, the places that we have seen, you would have to travel by yourself for a good 15 days to find them with a car in the Italian traffic, which I wouldn't want to do if you're not an expert of
Yes.
Italian traffic. Oh yeah, I mean, Collette does a great job with their managers to find unique places in the
Yes.
territory for people to experience the real deal.
Yes.
What you guys call the real deal. And Elena, the winemaker.
Oh.
Yesterday we were in a farm for the cooking.
Yes.
You've seen how these places, we try to expose you as much as we can to
Yes.
local culture.
Yes.
As much as we can.
Absolutely. To the history, to the culture, to the agriculture, to the architecture, which is amazing, but also to the common man
Yes.
in these little towns.
Yes.
It is remarkable. Again, just one of the advantages of traveling with a group. You get to meet and have the advantage of having him share his knowledge of this incredible country. So again, if you're thinking about coming to this amazing land, and it is amazing, think about traveling with a group.